started.
You know,
are we on? Oh,
it's just a real nigga shit, your real nigga story, you know what I'm saying?
These people so
So 5 minutes to live here, officially.
Like a bunch of
full on countdown.
Pull up in a new Rari.
Thank you for watching.
Got it. Chopping bricks like karate. Drink a bunch of codeine. Serving to the dope fiends.
Sorry, excuse us. We got technical difficult, okay? We're working on it.
Michael Jackson, Billie Jean. Got a Panamera, young.
Stay with us. We got a big show.
Got a young.
Don't leave.
Pull it, no, been a V. Smoke a lot of kush, and I have a lot of seed.
I know you thought we were getting ready, but now we're getting ready.
Ran up my cheek. Bitch, nigga, get money. Nigga,
I like to move my chair around when I'm getting ready.
Nigga, sell a lot of crack. You can get a nigga line on what you want.
Eddie, is your mic on?
Check, 1, 2.
50,000 on your watch, young nigga splurge. How a X-Spade on a sipper out of serve. Keep a young nigga working at a bus of K. I'ma take a phone call hustle every day. What? Like a
you get a phone call?
Well, I was mimicking the song here. I was miming it out. I was miming it. About to go to the party.
Drink a bunch of codeine. Serve it to the dope fiends. Blowing money, stay clean. Michael Jackson, Billie Jean.
I did respond, but it didn't go out.
You a woulda, coulda, shoulda ass nigga. Oh, woulda, coulda, shoulda ass nigga. You a woulda, coulda, shoulda ass nigga. Oh, woulda, coulda, shoulda ass nigga. You a woulda, coulda, shoulda ass nigga.
Technical difficulties.
Woulda, coulda, shoulda ass nigga. You a woulda, coulda, shoulda ass nigga.
You get a new phone either?
Well, we're all woulda, coulda, shoulda, you know. Ho in the building. I'm sorry to anyone who's offended by the language of this music. This does not represent the viewpoint of anyone on this show. What's the countdown down to? Oh my. Two minutes. Are you feeling it, Eddie? Are you feeling it, Eddie?
I'm feeling it.
Are you feeling it, Eddie?
Feeling what?
The liquor that I'm drinking? Yeah, we drink on this show.
Is this the Undertaker's theme song?
Yeah. No, this is the theme song for anyone who's watching this show, drinking, drugging, pulling and tugging.
He's coming now.
So many papers, which one should I choose? Which camera's on? I don't want to sully the cup, so I'm putting my cup in the mug.
Was that a reference to that pilot that landed the plane into Hudson?
Oh, he was Sully.
Yeah.
All right. We're going to dedicate this episode to Sully Sullenberger.
If only he was flying that Malaysian Flight 740.
Right. Where would we be now?
Yeah.
We'd be found. What are we looking at? It's got to be close. Oh. 25 seconds. My child is here, so Eddie, watch your language.
Yes, sir.
Just for tonight. It's official! Oh, Eddie needs to see this. This is just for Eddie. Well, this is really for a solo listener of ours.
Is that Battletoads?
Sir, tonight we have Battletoads.
This is the most difficult game in history of video games.
I've never heard of this game, but when we have a caller call in and demand Battletoads,
we got it for him.
GDMF, or I'm gonna get some Battletoads. Believe it or not, we're taking over your mind. Okay, so we're getting started here. We certainly apologize for the late start, but all good things are worth waiting for, you know what I mean?
Yep.
Eddie, name 5 good things that you've been waiting for. I don't know what any of that means. Shia LaBeouf got arrested.
Nymphomaniac came out on DVD this past week.
Ooh, so you're throwing down
Volume 1 and 2.
You're saying he's doing life promotion by getting arrested? This is life art?
No, I think
Life
he
art?
was probably really depressed he wasn't in that new Transformers movie.
Boy, you talk about what's going on here. The guy, new Transformers movie out. He's
Starring
gone.
Mark Wahlberg.
Most
Yep.
successful movie of
Hey
probably.
everybody, I'm Mark Wahlberg. Oh, it's probably the worst Mark Wahlberg impression ever.
Okay, so we got Mark Wahlberg here with us tonight.
Hey guys.
Mark, how was Transformers this weekend for you? I mean, a huge opening. Have you ever seen anything like this? This is your biggest opening of all time. How'd it feel?
Optimus Prime.
Thanks, Mark.
Yep.
Mark, what about Shia LaBeouf?
What a douchebag.
Did you see Nymphomaniac? I'm
No,
talking
I
to Eddie.
haven't. I haven't seen it. I heard there is a erect Shia LaBeouf penis in there, so
I heard that this was going to be full on,
full frontal.
full Gorno. I mean, if they're gonna go for it, they had to go for it. So, unfortunately, to get prep for this show, I did not see Shia LaBeouf's wiener,
No, neither did I.
so I'll move on.
Yeah.
Here's
Rest in peace, Shia LaBeouf.
yeah, rest in peace. His life.
You think he'll make a comeback?
We've been with you since Even Stevens. I wasn't really with Holes, but Even Stevens was good.
Battle for Shaker Heights wasn't too bad either.
What is happening with these illegal Mexicans being,
They aren't really Mexicans, though.
what are you saying?
They're from South America, right?
Oh, okay, so we're getting a bunch of influx of South Mexicans.
Yeah.
They're coming up, and they are... Is this just all of a sudden happening? Like, the government has never shuttled them around and never shacked them up before, but all of a sudden, they're like, are we doing this to be funny, or are we doing this...
Well, Obama wants that immigration reform at any means necessary. So this could be pushing that agenda.
Can you explain to me why you used the term, you called back any means necessary when referring to Obama?
It fits his MO, right? Didn't he say, if you don't like it, sue me?
By MO, do you mean the color of his skin?
No.
Oh,
What does that even mean, Jer?
Malcolm X?
Oh,
Thought maybe you were trying to...
but I said MO.
Yeah, but then you said, by any means necessary.
Oh, okay.
Mofo.
Yeah.
So you have no explanation for me on why the Mexicans are being shuttled and chauffeured and protests and...
This has been happening for the past decade, right?
I don't know why media's got to be making this a big deal this week for a reason. Last 2 weeks.
If you want to listen to Alex Jones, which we don't do on this show.
I don't. We want to listen to Mind Control.
Yeah, but he's saying that, the government's busing these people in. They're sending buses down there and bringing them up here and shuttling them off wherever they want to go via Greyhound.
Why is this happening all of a sudden, and why is it a news story now, and whatever?
There's an election, and they want to get all these illegals legalized so they can vote for the Democratic Party.
I care so little about that I'm going to change the subject immediately.
Okay.
500,000 protesters in Hong Kong protesting Beijing, protesting China's treatment of them. What do you think about that?
I think it's, another day in paradise.
Welcome to another day in paradise.
Yes.
We're not in Beijing. We're not in Hong Kong. Thank God we're here. Deep Ellum.
Live from the Deep Ellum studios in Deep Ellum, Texas.
It's cold in this cave.
Yeah.
Wait. Oh, no. We usually say it's hot, right? It's because we have fangirl. Well, tonight it's cold. I guess we got the AC on. We don't need a fangirl. We're rolling just me and Eddie.
We slit the last one's throat. It's very sad, but we had to do it.
Me and Eddie, yeah. We're also, shout out to...
Cynthia Izagiri.
Welcome to the white. Shout out to the white Cynthia Izagirre.
Yeah.
Rolling with Drolin, Whitney Drolin. I'm gonna share a nice little interview with her momentarily. First, Eddie, what are your 4th of July plans? You doing anything?
Probably a lot of fapping.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
So I think we're gonna go camping.
Oh.
Sound like fun to everybody?
We're going to Big Bear, Texas.
Big Bear National Park.
Uh-huh.
You called it.
Cool.
All right. My drink is out. You know what that means. It's time to talk rolling with Drolling. Eddie, you don't have any idea about this. This came up this morning. I was so down. Welcome to episode 10, by the way.
This is episode 10.
This is episode 10, MCX to the extreme. We are ripping and roaring. We got Rollin'. Is that her name?
Uh-huh.
Is that her official name? Rollin'?
Yeah.
At Rollin' on Twitter. I'm sorry, I'm just kidding. That's not really her name. That's disrespectful. Whitney Drolin is the beautiful, the vivacious, the stunning blonde, now anchor woman, I suppose you would call her, on
Soon to be on Fox News.
CBS 11. Okay. Oh, yes, following Ashley Banfield?
Yes.
You think so? I think she's got to put the glasses on and she'll, full on have Fox News.
Did you see Ashley Banfield in this past season of House of Cards?
No.
Yeah, she was in there interviewing
Well, maybe I did.
Frank
Was it a
Underwood.
one-on-one interview?
It was.
Yeah, I saw. Oh, that was where they had the meltdown on the show, kind of like he had no good answers, and
I think so.
was that show? I think it was on her
Or maybe
show.
she was interviewing the wife and she was talking about her.
Yeah, and that didn't go well. Something.
Yeah.
Yeah, House of Cards, good show.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Anyway, so
Ashley Banfield making a name for herself.
So, if you listened to the show last week, we had T.C. Fleming, formerly of The Ticket, still currently of The Ticket.
What was that?
He is also, whatever. Anyway, I'm sorry, I'm distracted by the children here. T.C. was supposed to lead the way to Jake
Yeah.
Kemp, fake Jack Kemp, and that didn't happen. That fell through. He got busy. Understandable, the guy's a producer.
Filling in for Norm this week.
He's a
I'm sure.
producer of The Ticket. He's got to work the hard line. He's got to work the musers. He's got to be. He's a big deal.
Yeah.
So we're gonna get him eventually. So I thought, wow, this is the 10th episode. This is driving me crazy. Our guest fell through. I was really down and out. Right, this morning I'm watching the TV and I see a commercial.
You're watching the TV?
I see a commercial for Whitney Drolin's gonna be at a McDonald's on my way to work.
Did you go grab an egg McMuffin?
I grabbed something.
Yeah.
And then I thought, well, now that I'm done doing that, maybe I should go see her.
Uh-huh.
No, the minute I saw this commercial, they go, come get a mug. Come get a mug and see Whitney Drolin. I go, okay, this is straight up our alley. This is exactly what I've been waiting for. I'm going to go commandeer this. And I thought, now they showed in the commercial she is outdoors. And I thought, okay, she's going to be outside. I'll run up on her. I figured there's going to be like, 2 people that were there. And
Yeah.
at the point I show up, nobody's going to be there. And I'm going to just kind of roll up on her and...
Were you going to Jared Lautner?
Please don't ever suggest that again with
Oh.
somebody so lovely enough to sit down for an interview with us.
I'm sorry, Kelly Rowland.
Anyway, so long story short, she walks into McDonald's.
Mm-hmm.
The place erupts. Everybody's going crazy. There's like, of course, 50 guys by themselves, middle-aged men.
Did she raise the roof?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
She came in. Everybody was going crazy to see her. She looked... You'll see, she was wearing the skin tidiest of white dresses. Very classy lady. Are we throwing that up? Mm-hmm. Oh, beautiful. There you go. There's me and Nina.
Is that at the McDonald's?
That's at McDonald's.
Were those boxes full of Egg McMuffins?
Those must have been the boxes of mugs
Oh, okay.
and mug shots. She had a picture that she was signing for everybody.
Do you think CBS provided those
I
for
brought
her?
that. I'm glad you mentioned that.
Yeah.
So here we are. Whitney
Cummings?
special guest on Mind Control. I guess without any further ado, I should just go ahead and roll it away and hear what Whitney had to say. Now, this was basically me, time to man up. We were sitting down at the booth, me and Nina. I knew I wanted to do this. I knew I had to. We had finished eating.
Your Egg McMuffin?
We were done killing time.
Yeah.
Somebody, it was time to shit or get off the pot.
Did you have it with the egg whites or with the plain egg?
And we got in line, and I was just like getting real nervous.
Yeah.
I almost didn't want
Threw
to
up
do
your
it.
Egg McMuffin?
I had no idea what I was going to do. I have a whole list of questions, and I looked at them all, and I hated them all.
Yeah.
It just wasn't the right setting. It wasn't what I imagined. I got to figure out something. But I did have something ready,
Yeah.
and I did work it out, and I think it ended up pretty well.
Did you ask her cup size?
We'll find out.
All right, here we go. Live on Mind Control.
World exclusive.
What's your name? Jeremiah.
Jeremiah,
I do
hi.
a show on Deep Ellum On Air. I'm wondering, can I ask you a couple questions?
Lori's not here. Is this allowed?
Go ahead.
Oh, it's beautiful. Thank you. This is my beautiful wife, Nina. Don't feel threatened.
Nice to
I brought her so you don't have to feel threatened. Listen, so we do a show on DeepEllumOnAir.com. I just wanted to ask you, would you give a shout out to my buddies Eddie and Jedi?
Yeah, where am I? Is this
Yeah,
yours?
this is us.
Okay.
Shout out to Eddie and Jedi.
What's up,
promise
Eddie and
this is nothing weird.
Okay. What's up, Eddie and Jedi? Hope you guys are well in Deep Ellum.
You're the best. Hey, okay, this is Dallas Figure Word Association. Give me the first thing that comes to mind.
Oh my gosh.
Brendan Higgins.
Irreverent.
Scott Paget.
Yeah. Do you live in Dallas?
Funny.
John Wiley Price. I'm hitting you with the hard ones now.
John Wiley Price. Questionable.
Honorable Dwayne Caraway.
Yeah.
Honorable.
Thank you. Nice. Mark Cuban.
Oh, what do you do? What is it?
Outspoken.
Nice.
Nice. Okay, and that's it. I guess the last one is mind control. What comes to mind with that?
Mind control?
That's the name of our show. I just wanted to.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes,
okay. I was
absolutely.
like, what comes to mind?
Nothing comes to mind. Trust me. That's what most people's
Pecan
answer is.
Lodge?
About, like,
Is it in Deep Ellum?
No, it's not college.
The Pecan Lodge.
Okay.
That's right there when I
There
say
you go.
Deep Ellum.
Thank you. Perfect.
That's the best barbecue.
Awesome. Thank you so much. You're the best. Can you get your mug?
I want an autograph. Thank you.
Can we
You're
get an
wonderful.
autograph?
Oh my goodness.
You're so
yeah,
wonderful.
right
And
So what do you think?
Did you get an upskirt shot?
What did you think?
That was great.
That's in the version I'll show you later
Okay.
when you and I watch it alone in a closet.
Uh-huh.
What did you think? Come on, Whitney Drolan live on Mind Control. Speaking
that
your
was great.
name,
Oh yeah, she heard that name and she just got flustered up.
Jedi.
Hey, I thought it was cool, man.
Thank you. See, somebody's excited around
Very
here.
excited.
Somebody knows that Whitney Drolan's a
I think I got
big
a
deal.
chubby now.
Oh my God, yeah. He just hearing y'all's names got me excited. I'm a little, rubbered up.
But why is she talking about Pecan Lodge when she thinks of Deep Ellum? I hadn't even been here a month.
She must have got paid to come out to the grand opening.
Some payola.
Right.
Who knows? And then some guy on my way out was asking me, do we have something to do with the Dallas Comedy House? I was like, no, they're a whole other thing. They're across the street.
It's weird that both places that mentioned are right across the street from us.
Where's the Pecan Lodge?
Right across the street from us.
Well, shout out to them. Hopefully they have a Twitter. I'm going to tag them in Twitter later. I'm going to assault anyone mentioned on this on Twitter. There's Brendan Higgins. I don't know if you know who that is. He's the guy that does the news with her in the morning.
Was she about to call the second guy a fag? Because she's
Whoa.
like friendly or whatever she said.
I don't know. We'll have to ask Scott Pageant what he thought about that. I dare him to answer us whether he wants to, no, poor him. No,
So
She
did
was about to drop the F word, man.
Uh-oh.
well, maybe Freud, maybe Freud had something to do with that. I don't know.
So,
But she
so
was-
is she on a spare morning show on CBS?
No, that's the news. That's your local news.
Is it better or worse than Good Day Dallas?
100 times better. All I watch is Channel 11. I might go to Channel 8 because they got the new studio as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, Channel 11's great. Brendan Higgins, he's a very strange guy. He's an enigma to me. I can't figure him out. I can't figure out if he's like drunk, if he's loopy, if he's on pills, or if he's just sober and kooky.
Yeah.
She says irreverent. I thought she said irreverent. No, I'm just kidding. No, he's strange. Scott Pageant is the weather guy. Now, she used to be Traffic. She was Traffic. She's passed that on back to Tammy Damback.
Sounds like you're a big P1 of this morning show.
Believe it or not, I watch this all the time. That's I just happen to be watching and I see a commercial that she's going to be out there. You don't have a clue?
No.
None of these names I'm throwing out. Well, these are your now local peers. Now that you're doing local entertainment in
Yep.
Dallas,
Yep.
These are your peer figures. These are your contemporaries. So you should probably start getting to some events where you're elbowing and hobnobbing with them.
Yeah, that's my goal in life is to hobnob with
You should
Pete
knob.
Delkus.
You should knob gobble. Pete. No, anyway. So you can wrap it up and see. Play the end of that and see. The kind of awkward dismount. The guy filming this was working for her, like with her. Of course, everyone else is only asking to take a picture, and we roll up on them with the please record this, and they had no idea what was coming. She almost tried to refuse it, but we got it. So anyway, here's the awkward dismount. The guy kept recording, so.
Picture, please.
Okay. Jeremiah is very long to write. Do you want me to write Jeremiah on here?
Just write J, that's fine.
Jay and Nina. How about I write both?
Wait, Nina wanted that autograph.
Perfect.
You never hear that.
Do it. Perfect, please.
The song
Oh,
Jeremiah.
Nina, come here.
Why would you put Jay and Nina?
Oh, you're so awesome.
Thank you.
So that was just for your little show, just a little. What do you guys?
Yes, we have a show tonight.
What does she mean, your little show?
You're gonna be the star of it.
Oh.
Yeah, Whitney.
What's your favorite thing you've ever done?
Great.
Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome.
I wonder if we put some.
Okay, and that was where then I asked her, would she mind if we gratuitously tagged her on Twitter, and she was, of course, pressured into it. So she's like, oh yeah, that's fine. So when this video, whenever this is done, I'm gonna go post it online. We'll see, who likes our interview with Whitney Drolan exclusively on Mind Control. Baby, how did it feel to meet a celebrity?
Oh, it was great. She was so beautiful in person. It was crazy to see. It was good.
That was it? You just got, lesbo feelings seeing her?
No, I was just appreciating
her beauty?
her there. Yeah, of course.
The beauty of her figure?
Yes.
What'd you think about her dress?
Oh, it was cute. She was dressed to the top,
and
yeah.
heels.
Yeah, she was
She had
super
that
cute.
pearl necklace on.
Mm-hmm.
Did she?
And she was nice. She was really nice.
Yeah.
She's super nice. I mean, come on.
Yeah,
she put her on the spot, and she just,
she puts up with a lot, man. They make her go out on the town all the time doing the most crazy stuff with the most, horn dog guys all around, but...
So she's like the stunt person on the show? That's kind of cool.
Well, like I said, she used to be traffic, and now I see her filling in for people on vacation, and sometimes I think she's just kind of a regular host or a regular news anchor, which is probably pretty hard to do to come up from being traffic. So good job her. It goes to tell you all the attention that she gets. I'm telling you, she's like our probably most well-known Dallas anchor. She's got to be.
No.
Who? Name one.
Troy Dungan.
Pete Delkus.
He's been retired for 20 years.
I named one. Chip Wagner.
Chip Wagner. Shout out to his, helicopter
Who's
crash.
the black chick?
Oh my God.
Monica.
Clarice.
Yeah.
Tinsley.
There you go.
Clarice Tingley.
I'm not even from Dallas, and I know these people.
Hey, there you go. All right, baby. Well, say goodbye to Whitney.
Bye, Whitney.
We're gonna move on. We love her.
Thank you. Yes.
She
not
is,
in love with her.
She is now forever in our hearts. She joins the ranks of Alex Jones. She joins the ranks of T.C. Fleming. She joins the ranks of
Mr. Peppermint.
Mm-hmm. We had Bob Sturm. We had Dan. We had Donovan. Rich Phillips. Who else? We had one more big guest in there.
Did you mention Dan McDowell?
Dwayne Caraway.
Oh yeah, Dwayne Caraway. Yeah.
Our Sagging Summit City Hall takeover. There you go. Just another in the long line of celebrities' influence on this show. So, up to the same business.
More of the same, huh?
Yeah. Let's go. More of the same. Let's do our show.
Yeah.
Enough with that was all the big intro. That was an intro. That was the credits rolling.
Who needs Jake Kemp whenever you have Whitney Cummings?
Right.
Yeah.
You have the second coming of Whitney Drolan.
Yep. Is it true that she was on The City with Lauren Conrad? That's not true. Maybe it's a different Whitney.
Oh, I know you're talking about. I shouldn't know this, but that's Whitney Port.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I really shouldn't know that.
I was a big fan of The City. Too bad they canceled it pretty quick.
What is The City?
Did you ever watch?
Went down the wrong road.
Did you ever watch The Hills on MTV? It was like a spin-off of The Hills with Spencer Pratt and Heidi Montag.
I'm about to mute your mic.
Oh.
Don't ever say that in the studio.
This is what the This is what the people want.
Yeah, the people, believe it or not, they love when we talk. Not really The Hills. The Hills was before our time, but Teen Mom, the people love when Eddie and I talk girl shows.
Yeah, that's what they tune in for. That Mind Control staple.
And that really helps out because Eddie and I don't do anything but watch girl shows.
I finished this past season of Teen Mom 3 this weekend. It was pretty good, Teen Mom 3. Too bad they canceled that show too.
Which one was that one?
Oh
yeah. This was all different girls.
Yeah, with the fake Rihanna.
On the Teen Mom topic, do you want to jump into this real fast about Janelle?
Sure.
Might as well. All right, let's roll right into. We have prepared. You know what, Jedi? You can go ahead and throw on the. You can throw on this TikTok. We got to celebrate the right way. Janelle Evans, everybody's favorite teen mom. What did she do? She had a baby this past week. Kaiser. Maybe she's a big Max Kaiser fan.
Is she really into exposing the Fed? Yeah,
she must be. So happy baby boy, Janelle.
She had a boy,
right?
It's a boy, huh?
Right? Eddie, come on.
Come on, what?
I need you to get excited. This is Janelle's baby shower. Nobody else won't throw her one. We're throwing it for her live. I know you're not really in the mood right now. So let me get you in the mood for a Janelle baby shower.
Is Barbara in studio? What are you doing there, Jer? You celebrating the right way?
There you go. Yeah.
I don't know what that is, sir.
Come on. That's a tobacco.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Like Janelle does. Thank you.
Uh huh.
Let me. So, now that we're in a Janelle state of mind.
Yeah.
I know you've got a contact right now.
Uh-huh.
Woo! How do you want to start this?
There, by the way.
Oh yeah, thank you. I don't know whose that is.
You found it outside.
Yeah. I don't know. What do you want to start with? Do you want to? What are your feelings on Janelle having a second baby with one that she doesn't even take care of?
It was inevitable.
No, his name was Kaiser, I believe.
Oh. Do you think she should have had that abortion?
I don't know. Let's see what Kiefer thought. Kiefer sent us a card to read for her, handmade.
That was nice of Kiefer.
Yeah, Kiefer was her ex-boyfriend, the really controversial ex-boyfriend of hers. It says it's a boy. He drew a balloon on there. That's really sweet.
Oh.
Real sweet. Let me go ahead and open this up and see what he had to say. He says, Janelle, thank God that thing ain't mine. Whoa. Okay, so it's going to be one of those kind of cards. In fact, you do have something of mine. The bong I left at your place. So, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know why he's getting that personal on the on a card for her newly born baby.
Did he send that from prison?
He says, really need to get that back. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think he sent this straight from prison.
Yeah.
Tell Nathan that I said, better you than me, brother. He spelled brother, B-R-O-T-H-A. So I guess as long as it's got the T-H-A, you're okay. There's no E-R.
Yeah.
You named him Kaiser. Oh, this is a little poem.
Oh, you wrote a poem. I didn't know Kiefer knew how to write poems.
Yeah, he's a poet at heart.
Yeah.
You named him Kaiser. The last time you had an abortion. I wish this time you had been a little wiser. With love, Kiefer. That's sweet.
You think Kiefer still cares about Janelle? It seems like he does.
Yeah, listen, she might move on, he might move on, but at the heart of them all, we all know Janelle and Kiefer always belong together.
They're soulmates.
They were soulmates.
Yeah.
They're blood brothers. We miss them. How I miss Kiefer already.
Yeah.
Maybe he'll have an appearance on this new season coming up. Well, Eddie, let's move right along before this song ends. Eddie, have you ever played Pin the Tail on the Donkey?
No, I haven't.
You remember at Snooki's party, at Snooki's baby shower, we had Pin the Herpes on the baby?
Oh, yeah?
I want you to pin the needle on Janelle's. This is her heroin needle.
Okay.
On her baby bump. I need you to disorient yourself. Yep. Reach. Where are you going to poke? Where are you picking?
Did I get her?
A little higher. Okay, right there. Leave it. Let's see where he got. He got right in her baby bump.
Oh, wow.
He got the heroin right to the baby.
Do you think that baby's going to be born with the heroin addiction?
Eddie wins.
Yeah.
That sounds like a heroin baby if I've ever heard one. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't even know how to get out my exuberance of this new Kaiser. I can't wait for Janelle to pay no attention to this one. I can't wait for her to let Barbara raise it in an alcoholic single family.
Have you seen the trailer for the new season of Teen Mom?
That's why I call her an alcoholic. I see where Nathan's yelling at her for being an alcoholic, and she's yelling at him for, or she's yelling at him for.
Yeah, Nathan's the alcoholic, right? Didn't he get a DWI last season?
Yeah, I think so. He got beat up in MMA. He's not doing well. He's had a baby with Janelle. It's really not going.
But he is an underwear model.
Is right?
Yeah.
That's hot. That's hot. Well, it's more than Kiefer's ever done.
That's true.
I'm a supporter of Nathan. I am. I
if you had to choose Nathan or Kiefer, who would you choose?
Kiefer, no doubt.
Yeah.
But if I can't have my druthers,
she's trying to settle down, build a new life for herself.
I'm going Janelle.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's enough. That's enough with her baby shower.
Do you think it'll last with Nathan?
Do I think it will? How long are we asking? Like 6 more days? 6 more?
Marriages.
Hours.
Are they married?
There's no telling with her.
Yeah.
Look. Depending on what day you look, she's married. She's divorced. She's pregnant. True. She's aborted. She's a train wreck. She's on drugs. She's not on drugs. She smokes weed. She doesn't do weed. She does heroin.
She's on probation. She's not on probation.
Right.
Yeah.
She's in prison. She's at a Kesha concert.
She had to go to that Kesha concert.
It's not just Kesha. I mean, it's not just a concert. It's Kesha. So
yeah.
Take that, everybody. My poor child is here for this.
That's all right.
You stabbed Janelle's baby bump with a heroin needle in front of my son.
Yeah.
You're ridiculous.
I'm sorry.
On an episode where Whitney Drolan was nice enough to give you a shout out, this is how you repay the entertainment industry?
Hey, somebody had to do it.
What did Eddie? Come on, dude. She gave you a shout out. It was like she knew you. She knows you now.
Yeah.
You should start stalking Whitney Drolan.
Sure.
You're not going to go home and look up any pictures of her?
Pull a Taylor Lautner on
Now
her.
that you've... All right. That's the second time you've threatened mass murder ending in suicide. I think it's time we move on.
Jared Lautner, not Taylor Lautner. Come on, Jared.
Who is that one? Is that one...
Isn't that the guy from Teen Wolf?
Is that Team Edward or Team...
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Jacob.
Yeah. He was the werewolf.
The very effeminate...
Yeah.
He is very effeminate. I saw him on Saturday Night Live. He was...
His career's over, right?
Oh yeah, it was over. It was over the minute that last Twilight movie came out.
There was that Abducted movie that he tried to do, but nobody believed it.
He's the new Mark Wahlberg. Trust me, guys. You got to see him in this Abducted movie. Wait till you see his family get abducted, and he has to get them back.
Do you think if he were to come out, his career would skyrocket?
Would somebody please abduct Taylor Lautner? That's what we're asking.
Yeah.
Some cartel.
Yeah.
Hell, he's Mexican, right? Let's throw him in one of these border camps that Obama's throwing up. Let's amnesty his ass.
Border camps?
Let's amnesty his ass right out of this country. Isn't that what amnesty's about?
Uh-huh.
Oh. I think we got our facts mixed up.
So, it's very sad what's happening in those border towns across America.
Mm-hmm.
So, going from Teen Mom to this other topic, are you real interested in NFL,
I'm interested in it all.
NFL free agency? Have you been keeping track of it? Watching ESPN?
No, I'm thinking of NBA free agency just started. Did they both just start?
NFL free agency has been going on for a couple of months now, but giving us time to have a lot of moves and change-ups. So I know you're big into fantasy football, right? So this may play into that for you.
Is it too early? Nothing's happened in the NBA, right?
Exactly, yeah.
No Carmelo deals.
Melo's
here today. Yeah. Speaking of Dallas, I could feel his spirit here. That's why we're just jacking up so many nonsensical jokes and comments. So we're just jacking them up like Carmelo.
Yeah. You think he should stay in New York? His wife wants to stay in New York.
I think he should, and I think he will. Lala does not want to be living here in Dallas.
No.
You better believe that. She's going to get out of here as fast as Chloe did. When Chloe and Lamar announced they're coming to Dallas, it was like, there's no way that's going to work. These are people who are used to a lifestyle that,
Dallas can't afford.
Walking around in a cool city and being like, wow, look at me, I'm in the city. I guarantee you they got out of their car every day and they're like, oh, shit, I'm in Dallas.
Yeah.
Fuck, I'm in Dallas. Even in the nicest W hotel, the nicest suite, Chloe immediately got here and got a radio job.
Do you think that's why Lamar Odom turned so quick to drugs?
Yes, because he was in Dallas. There's no doubt about it. I don't think he touched crack until he got here.
Yeah.
He met up with some of those guys at the MLK car wash, and he was done for.
Yeah. So let's start with the quarterbacks here. Let's start with some new scenery.
Okay, NFL free agency. Who's moving around? Quarterback.
So Mark Sanchez, the New York Jets quarterback.
Let me guess. He moved somewhere?
Yep.
I'm guessing Arizona.
No, he went to Philadelphia.
Who?
Mark Sanchez.
They still have Vic?
No, you know they had Dick Folds over there, or Nick Folds.
Oh, Nick the Dick, huh?
Yeah, you know Vic ended up going from Philly to New York, the Jets. So
what a weird.
Kind of like they traded.
Yeah. They're both gonna have the exact same record next year. They're got way bigger problems than.
Do you think
switching
Vic,
quarterbacks?
Do you think Vic has a chance of starting over there for the Jets over Geno Smith?
Yes, Vic will start. Vic will fail.
Yeah,
Sanchez will probably start. He will fail.
No, they have Dick Folds, you know, and
Foles
Philly.
will fail.
No, Dick Folds is a big time quarterback now.
You don't believe that?
He's going to be my featured quarterback on my fantasy
team.
team.
Don't believe that? Take that back.
No. I believe, you know, like he had, 4 or 5 50-point games last year for fantasy?
Yeah, that was it. That's all you're going to see out of him. He doesn't have some skill set that this game has never seen before that he's going to light this whole league on fire. That guy just, I don't know. You
don't believe in Dick Folds?
Maybe I just don't believe in him because in the one game,
the
maybe
Cowboys
2 games I
yeah.
watched them, you know, the most were the Cowboy games, and that first one I know he was supposed to be hurt.
He had like 10 concussions in that game.
He looked like
right?
an idiot out there.
Yeah.
He just looks like a big fumbling, dumbling dummy, and I'm surprised that he even.
Speaking of, Matt Schaub went from Houston to Oakland.
But Mark Sanchez, but Mark Sanchez doesn't even fit this Chip Kelly.
In Philly?
Yeah.
No, you know he's just going to be a backup for Foles.
Okay.
If Foles goes down, it'll be Sanchez.
All right. Well, then I'm going to stop arguing over Philly backup quarterbacks.
So Matt Schaub went from Houston to Oakland. Ice is going to battle it out with is it Terrell Pryor, or I'm not sure who they have over there.
They had Carson Palmer all this time.
Okay, it's Carson Palmer, right? Yeah. And then Brandon Weeden went from Cleveland to Dallas.
Yeah, we got Weeden, right?
Yep.
He's supposed to look good, or are they just telling me that because they always have to say something like that?
You think he's going to be better than Kyle Orton? Kyle Orton seems to have committed NFL suicide.
He had enough last year. He was no good. He was embarrassing. Anybody will be better than him. I'd like, to see what Weeden's got. Weeden put up a lot of numbers in Cleveland. Weeden had a lot of good weeks. I think more so, I would take Weeden over Foles.
Tony? Over Tony?
No. But I would take him over Foles or any of those, Sanchez. I would take him over Vic.
Over Kitna?
Oh, yeah. Even Kitna in his prime, sure. Yeah, I like Brandon Weeden. I think he'll be an okay backup. And Kyle Orton, you're right. Slit his...
The NFL wrists. Yeah.
He's bled out because...
Did the guy from Man vs. Food tell him to go in a bathroom and cut his wrist? Nobody will miss him?
Well, explain this because I saw that headline and that was it.
Yeah, I guess he lost a lot of weight and used the hashtag Thinspiration.
Okay.
And a lot of overweight women got mad at him for that because I guess Thinspiration is like some kind of eating disorder kind of lexicon. I guess. So he responded to those tweets and... telling people to cut their wrists. Nobody will miss them, you know.
Oh, he told people to do that.
Yeah, and I think they canceled his new show on the Travel Network, which, nobody's going to miss,
Whoa.
Yeah.
I like him. You don't like that guy?
Oh, please.
I've seen him eat so many hot wings. I've seen him eat so many burgers.
Yeah, but he lost a bunch of weight, so his new show is called Man vs. Food. And, but it's been canceled. Nobody.
His new show or his old show?
His new show. His old show. I guess he couldn't eat all that food anymore, so they renamed it Man vs. Food. And so now it's been canceled because of those comments on Twitter. So watch out how you comment on Twitter, Jer. You never know.
Yo.
Oh.
Hey, listen.
Hello.
Man.
McMidas.
Yo, I like to eat.
Live on Mind Control.
I like to eat, man, and when you're getting money, you eat good. And when you're a dude like a dude versus man versus food, and you eat all the good food he eats, you have the right to tell anybody anything.
That's
true.
Like,
first I would have told him to go eat a buffet. You know what I'm saying? Then slit the wrist and jump on that.
Yeah, he kind of did skip a couple steps. It wasn't even like, I want you to shut your fat ass up, and then if they came back... Then you hit them with the, I'm surprised you even had time, what are you talking to me, you sending out a tweet between trips to the buffet line? Yeah. And then maybe the suicide line.
Yo, y'all got to get him on this show, and y'all should all just, sit there, bro, with, platinum food, bro, and just, feast, and feast.
Well,
there'd be, gravy and, chicken wings. And
Eddie, would you ever do something like that? Would you do a food competition here?
Sure.
Would you?
Coleslaw.
Oh, did I undo you?
I think you did.
What kind of stuff would you? What would you be down for? Could I literally bring you all you can eat burgers and just see how many you? Hey, what can we? Maybe we can do another all natural the way we did all natural.
Pickle pig feet.
We can make you all natural organic burgers, and you just eat them until you vomit.
Okay.
All over the place.
Surprise, all that.
What kind of fries?
Cock meat surprise.
Those are my favorite fries.
Already, man. Well, turn up.
Yep. Yes, sir. That was McMidas.
Do you know how to turn up, Jer?
McMidas. He was turned up because this is episode 10 of Mind Control. It
doesn't get any better than this.
We are blazing through them.
Oh, yeah.
Blazing through. And when I say episode 10, I really mean probably like, I don't know, the 50th episode we've done, but the third time we've reincarnated the show.
Yep.
The current phoenix that is rising through these ashes is at its 10th episode. But this is where it's going to stay, I think.
Yeah.
Here on Deep Ellum On Air.
This is our new home.
Yeah, we're, I don't know.
Yeah, that's a great point.
I'd say, I don't know. Eddie, how do you feel about that?
So there's also been some running back moves in the NFL this past offseason.
Okay.
Are you familiar with Andre Brown, the often injured running back
New York
for the Giants? Yeah. He went to Houston.
Okay, they know what they're doing with running backs.
He'll be backing up Arian Foster.
Ben Tate. Did he leave? Ben Tate?
Ben Tate went somewhere. Ben Taint went somewhere, but I'm not sure where he went.
Okay, well, shout out to Ben's Taint.
Yes. Chris Johnson, Mr. 2K, Chris 2K or something, right?
And only the year 2K.
Yeah.
Never since then.
Nope. He went from Tennessee to the Jets. So the Jets got Vic, and they got this Chris Johnson guy. They're making some moves.
I would have been more excited if he went to Philly with Vic in Philly. That would have made more sense. But we'll see. And they still haven't fired Rex Ryan for... No. I support that. I mean, it's hard to survive in New York. And, I mean, the guy... you're not going to win a title every year.
No.
A couple hot years to start. I say let him keep working it out. I like this then. Vic and Chris Johnson, you said?
And with the Jets, yeah.
I could see something happening.
Yeah. They also got Eric Decker, the Jets did.
Ooh.
So they're going to be a tough team to compete with this season. Unless that was it Rex Ryan still hasn't figured it out.
So they thought, Wes Welker can replace the production of Eric Decker?
Where in Denver?
Over in Denver, yeah. Is that what they're thinking?
I guess so, yeah.
I don't know.
They got that Darius Thomas in Denver, too. He's pretty good.
Demarius.
And so Maurice Jones-Drew, he went from Jacksonville to Oakland. So I guess he's going to back up that McFadden over there.
Jeez, they've got Carson Palmer.
Yeah, McFadden.
Matt Schaub.
Yeah.
McFadden and MJD.
Yep.
Boy, what a weird team.
Yeah.
That's the Raiders.
Yeah, it's the Raiders, yeah.
Yeah.
No Sean Moreno, speaking of Denver, he left. He packed his bags and went to South Beach. He went to Miami.
Is he still crying? Is he still dropping gallons of tears out of his ducts?
What happened with that? Did he get poked in the eye or something?
Nothing. They just showed him. They were just putting the camera on him on the sideline, and he blinks his eyes and literally squirted a gallon of liquid out of his eye.
That's sad to hear.
For no reason. That was the weirdest thing ever.
Darren Sproles went from New Orleans to Philadelphia.
Ooh.
So that's going to be tough.
Why do they... whatever. All these mid-level players all switching around.
Yeah. You're just mad Darren Sproles didn't come to Dallas.
I would have taken him for sure.
Darren Sproles and that Chip Kelly offense, that's going to be something to watch out for next year.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, yeah. I'm a big fan of him. I thought they used him very well in New Orleans.
Yeah. And then wrapping it up with the running backs, Ryan Williams, the Arizona running back with the dreads that was injured last year, he went to Dallas.
Yeah?
Yep.
Oh, I know this. You can't get these by me.
So that's a good move by the Cowboys, picking up a decent running back. This guy's a lot of potential.
Injured.
Yeah, injuries have kind of cut his career.
But if he can, I know this is about
figure it out here.
50% of the guys that we pick up, we say, but if he can get, stay healthy and get healthy, he'll be productive for us. Now they just also picked up a linebacker. Did you see that?
No, I didn't.
Some guy that was a number 8 draft pick in 2010.
Okay.
Who's retired, which means he's only played 4 years.
Yeah.
And he's retired twice.
No, that's not good.
This was the second time he came out of retirement to be on the Cowboys.
Are you talking about Aaron Hernandez? Is that who we got?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep, straight out of prison. I think he's already murdered Jason Garrett, so that takes care of the coaching problem. We'll
that's good.
Be able to slide Wade Phillips right back in there.
I don't know if you saw CNN had a special on Aaron Hernandez a couple days ago.
I would love to see that.
Yeah.
I would love to know what he's up to. What'd they say he was up to? Murdering people in jail,
Yeah,
I hope.
He's had a couple of assault charges, pressed against him for fights he's gotten into in prison.
That's, come on.
But when somebody has as much money as Aaron Hernandez.
I thought anything goes in prison. I mean, what are we punishing a guy for killing him off in there, right? One less headache to worry about.
That's true. So let's move on to the wide receivers in this segment here. Dallas receiver Miles Austin, he left here. He said he's had enough of the bullshit.
Miles left us, which is good. I think he really left us like 3 years ago.
Yeah, he took his bag and went to Cleveland.
Goodbye, Cleveland.
Yeah.
Oh, he's playing with Johnny Football.
Down Texas way.
That'll be fun. Miles Austin throwing around with, he's going to start, right? They're still trying to pretend like Manziel's not the clear, defined starter.
Oh,
but
it's Manziel.
He's a starter. He's all of it. Okay, what else?
Yes. So
I'm so frustrated. The most frustrating player in the NFL has to be their wide receiver over in Cleveland, the one who's out now.
Yeah, Greg. Is it not? It's
No, Greg Little, right? That's who you're thinking?
Yeah,
that was the name. He was their number 2 or number 3.
I had this guy on my fantasy team last year,
yes.
and I had him on the bench. I sat through his suspension last year, but I'm not going to do it again this year.
What is his name? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, anyway,
he's a real piece of talent.
Yeah, I mean, lit it up last year. I mean, he was on my fantasy team. I went all the way probably. Shit, I think I was in the championship.
Yeah.
I think I was in a championship game at least with him. I mean, he was putting up huge numbers.
He's a beast.
I just couldn't wait to see him with Johnny Manziel, and he blew it.
Yeah.
With drug tests. And
is pot again, right? He got busted for pot.
Yeah.
Is that going to be the first few weeks, or is it going to be the whole season because it's a strike number 2? Is it going to be a more severe penalty?
Man, I really think he did something else on top of that. Yeah, I really think it was the weed, and they were like, oh, well, this might even be season ending. And then he went and did something else. Like,
he killed Brandon Lloyd.
He's going right on out. He's not going to play, I don't think, any this year. Maybe that's why they had to go pick up a Miles Austin.
Yeah.
Who's a number 3 receiver at best in disguise.
Unless he's healthy, maybe he's going to bring it back, Once it proved Dallas wrong.
He can't get healthy.
Yeah.
He never will be healthy. Well, how about we see some of these Cowboy players outside of this Cowboy environment where apparently we don't have very good, strength and conditioning.
That's true.
Every one of our guys just dropped out with a hamstring.
Yeah.
So, maybe Miles Austin will go up there and light the world on fire. I doubt it.
Yeah.
I'm going on record now and calling failure, but I do support Johnny Football.
And speaking of off-the-field issues, Kenny Britt has gone from Tennessee to St. Louis.
Don't even bother me with that. He's yeah.
Are you going to draft Britt for your fantasy team this year? No?
No, I'm tired of pretending like St. Louis is going to do something.
Oh, they have...
this is the year.
They have the OU quarterback, right?
This is the year. They've had him.
Bradford, what's
failed.
his name? Yeah.
He's failed.
So Nate Burleson, the Megatron Jr. went from Detroit to Cleveland.
Boop, boop, boop. There we go. Oh, nice and deep.
Deshaun Jackson, everyone's favorite Philadelphia receiver. He went to, he finally left.
A lot of moves.
Left Philly, don't have to face him twice a year now. Oh, but he went to Washington, so it's just as bad. Sad news there with Deshaun Jackson. So is that text message really important, Jer? Do you want to share it with the class?
It's kind of disturbing and confusing. It's just a picture of a beautiful African American lady saying, if you want to send me a dick pic, please do. Sent to me from Austin Hippie, interrupting the Deshaun Jackson talk.
Deshaun Jackson going from Philly to Washington.
It doesn't matter.
RG3. You better watch out for him.
Mm-hmm.
And then Stevie Johnson went from Buffalo to San Francisco, so they have tons of receivers over there.
Wow, that'll be good. San Fran. They know how to do it.
Hakeem Nicks went from the Giants to the Colts. So let's see if.
Well, this sounds like a lot of shuffling around of like the same pieces.
Yeah.
It doesn't sound like any of these guys are going to make an impact on any of the teams that you've mentioned.
Steve Smith went from Carolina to Baltimore.
Hmm. Do they still have Bolden?
No, Bolden is actually in San Francisco.
In San Fran.
Right?
Okay, so they're really in trouble over there.
Yeah. I heard Steve Smith wasn't too happy that Carolina let him go. He's been there his whole career.
Yeah, that's really sucky, huh?
Yeah.
They just let him walk. And he's always, every year he produces.
90 years old, but still putting numbers up, yeah.
So what, the guy shows up to training camp and punches some teammates in the face every now and then. I mean, come on.
That's what good leaders do, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Follow by example. Let's get fired up over here.
And then
at least somebody was fired up in Carolina to be in Carolina, and they fucking dump him. Jonathan Stewart, what did he ever do? Every year, draft him. First time it's like, oh, he's going to be my top running back pick. Then you go, oh, maybe my third running back pick.
Right.
Then you go, well, I'll pick him in
He's a good bench back, right?
I'll pick him up in the 8th round, and if he comes back this year, he could really perform like a, third, second
bye-week replacement.
Yeah, it'd be great. No, he does nothing.
And some defensive moves. Julius Pepper.
So who's running in Carolina then? Did we figure that out? Because it sounds like Jonathan Stewart's worthless, and the other one left. Didn't you say he left?
Goodson's been dead for a couple of years, so.
Yep.
So defensively, Julius Peppers went to the Packers, help out that defense, and then DeMarcus Ware went from the Cowboys to Denver.
Yeah, that's probably the only one that matters.
Yep.
That's the only interesting one. I want to see what he does over there.
So do you think the NBA free agency can match the excitement of the NFL free agency? Lots of big free agents out there looking to move in the NBA.
Are they? I don't think anyone's going to move. Maybe Melo.
You think the Mavericks will get Luol Deng?
That would be nice, right? Yeah. I support that. And they talking about Trevor Ariza.
Yeah.
Ariza and Deng. Who else? Chandler's
already here.
Now are we rolling with Drolan? What's his name? What was his name?
Devin Harris?
No, the other one. Monte Ellis. Is he still around? Or
I think so.
He's leaving. Okay.
I haven't heard any talk of Monte leaving Dallas, so you'll be here.
Yeah. Raymond Felton. I don't know what Raymond Felton did in New York, but he's supposed to be all right.
I heard he had some off-the-court issues last year, so hopefully I think he got caught up in that concealed carry.
Got caught up.
Yeah. He won't have those issues in Dallas. We love guns here. Speaking of, did you hear about Target getting rid of guns?
No, I saw a headline. Target's doing something to battle not gun control, but what was it?
These open carry, people bringing guns into places. Starbucks has already banned them. Chipotle has banned them. Now Target. Do you have an issue with that?
I just think it's funny. Like, I haven't really heard much uproar that anybody says, the businesses are doing the wrong thing. Even the open carry people come out and go, yeah, we're really being shitheads with this.
Yeah.
We really need to rein it in. This isn't even...
It's actually resulted in a couple of these bans. The Chipotle ban was in a direct response to the open carry guys, and so is this Target one. Apparently they've tweeted some pictures of them at Target with their guns, and Target's been like, no, that's not going to happen.
Why, though? Why is that so important to do?
To bring the guns in there?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's just, to me, it's as simple as if you walk up and you see the sign on the door that says, no shoes, no shirt, no service, I'm pretty sure they can extend that out to say no AK-47 within their...
Technically, they can't kick them out. It's not within the rules, but it's more of a...
How about it became a rule the minute you walked in here? Get the hell out of here.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. Speaking of, corporations here in this great country, America, did you hear about the Hobby Lobby ruling that came down this past week?
Heard about, yes. Understand or comprehend now.
I guess the Supreme Court said that you can't force, a privately held company to, provide abortion to their employees or contraceptive to their employees. Yeah. As a woman, do you think that really affects you?
As a woman, my womb weeps right now.
It's your body, right?
Mm-hmm. I should be able to down abortion pills.
Yeah.
On a whim.
Do you think Hobby Lobby banning these contraceptions will lead to more abortions?
No, I don't.
You don't think so?
I'm confused by this because this, again, even seems like a pretty simple, cut and dry situation that, of course, they should not be forced to do that.
Right.
And I'll say, name me the other things like birth control that they're being forced to whatever, and let's hash them all out. It should be pretty cut and dry. Should a company have to pay for birth control? No. That has nothing to do with anything.
Yeah.
Why don't we add breakfast tacos?
Yeah.
You have to pay for breakfast tacos. It's my right to have breakfast tacos with bacon in the morning.
Yeah. No, I hear what you're saying. It's kind of, yeah.
You can't just throw it in. Birth control is a basic right. I deserve to have this paid for my health. Although, what happens if you have no insurance and you're trying to get it covered? And you're trying to get some?
Yeah.
Get some, caller.
Probably just get a hanger, stick it up.
Hey guys, it's Austin Hippie.
Austin Hippie.
Hey, Austin Hippie.
You don't have to rush on the dick pics. I was just calling to weigh in on the Hobby Lobby thing. Two things. First of all, the big deal was more that Hobby Lobby is not being forced to give birth control because they say, well, as the owners, we are Christian. We don't believe in birth control. So we should not be forced.
I don't think they said we don't believe in birth control.
It exists.
I don't think they doubted the existence of birth control.
No, well, okay. Well, yeah, I mean, I don't know, dude.
What an asshole Jerry is, huh?
But the other thing, the second part of it, which is really interesting, is like Hobby Lobby corporate, part of their 401k is an investment in a corporation that makes birth control and contraceptives.
What the?
So they're making money by employees buying birth control, vis-a-vis, like, essentially because they're investing in it.
Fair enough.
That's the interesting part, to me at least.
Fair enough. I'm not seeing anything that Hobby Lobby is doing wrong, and I'll be the first one.
So let's say that Hobby Lobby says
Christian.
that it's against their beliefs to serve black people or whatever.
Speaking of Christians, Whitney Drolan.
It's a great Christian American.
She wrote her greeting to us was God bless. Jay and Anita, God bless Whitney Drolan. I think she probably sensed it on us that we needed the Lord.
Dare she shove her religious beliefs down our throat?
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm supposed to hang up now or just hang out with you guys.
I'm gonna shove something else so far down her throat if she ever does that again.
That's really
my beliefs is what I'm talking about.
The hanger.
So Austin Hippie, what are you telling me? You sound like you're on the side of a hippie and you're against this ruling.
I'm against the ruling because it's so early to know what the ramifications are. The Supreme Court has basically said it's okay for corporations. They basically gave corporations the same rights as an individual, the freedom of religion, if you will.
Hey, speaking of which,
so now corporations can act as a.
This whole idea of corporations as people. One thing that's always bugged me. Guess what people do? People die. So if you want a corporation to be treated as a person, you have to put a time frame in that when this date comes, your company has to die. You have to go under. You can't have a Walmart monopoly for the next 600 years doing slave.
That sounds like that socialism.
Yeah, it sure does. Listen, you want to be treated like a human. Guess what humans do? They die. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So what about when it's their religious belief to not serve black people? That's my question. Because don't a lot of Christians believe that black people are the cursed race? Isn't that what they believe?
I think that's the KKK, Eddie, not Christian.
Wasn't the KKK Christian in belief?
Yeah, I guarantee you. You survey those KKK guys, you'll find a lot of fucking Bibles in their drawers.
I was reading on Wikipedia on the internet. It said that they believe that black people are the descendants of Cain, and their black skin was like.
And white people are from the Undertaker. Austin Hippie, are you still with us? I was gonna ask him about his camping trip he has planned this weekend.
Who's going camping, huh?
Mm-hmm.
So,
with Alec Baldwin as his scoutmaster.
Is that a reference to Saturday Night Live?
Mm-hmm.
That's great.
Mm-hmm. And segues into our Saturday Night Live segment.
Oh, yeah. Jay Farrell, right? He's like the best thing to come to Saturday Night Live.
Are you ever going to drink that? Can I have that?
Sure.
If you're not going to, are you?
What about your 32 over there?
The thing is, it expired in November of last year. I'm telling you, it's no good.
It expired in November.
Are you really going to drink this?
No.
I didn't think so.
Yeah. So my thing is if you're against Hobby Lobby, if you're against Chick-fil-A, if you're against Chipotle, then just don't shop there, right?
Well, who's against them? That's what I'm saying. It doesn't even sound like there's any backlash that anybody's even mad at these companies.
Hillary Clinton was like the ramifications of this, or
what do you mean?
Outrageous.
The guns or the abortion pills?
The abortion pills, yeah.
Oh, Hillary. Her book totally failed. Failed. They've said
her life is failing at this moment, yeah. Did you hear Bill Maher said that she shouldn't run because it's just going to damn the Democrats to failure?
Like she's guaranteed to lose?
Yeah.
Who else? Oh, I'm so not excited about anybody. Politics is so horrible.
There's Wendy Davis.
So horrible.
Yeah.
What are any of them? When is the next? Are we like probably in the next year going to start seeing some people campaigning? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I hate campaign season.
2016.
It's going to last a whole year.
Yep.
Of listening to Donald Trump pretend like he's going to run, He's got good ideas. I like listening to Donald Trump. He's very straightforward. He's got answers. I like guys with answers. Ron Paul, you know, he's gonna tease everybody.
If Rand Paul ran, would you vote for him?
No.
Not even Rand Paul, huh?
No. I don't owe him anything. He owes me something.
He's just a Republican, right?
I believe he is Republican, yeah.
He's a rhino, Republican in name only.
Ooh. As said by our show's very own Wasp. Oh.
So, keeping the political frame here, sad news here. Did you hear about those
bring it down, everybody.
Teenagers that were kidnapped
sadder than you poking Janelle's baby bump with heroin? Okay. Sadder than
Did you hear about these 3 Israeli teenagers that were kidnapped in the West Bank? Well, they found them.
Yay!
They're dead. Oh.
Eddie's big with the Eddie's death humor is getting over big with the kids in the audience.
Yeah. So
I only wish that was a drum.
Yeah. So they found them and they're dead.
We should get kid celebration drops to play where every time Eddie, says some horrible fact.
Yeah.
Rwanda's 50 million people died yesterday.
Yeah.
Yay!
Yeah.
So what happened to Rwanda?
No, it was in Israel. Actually,
Don Cheadle was.
No, this isn't the. Life isn't a movie, Jay. I'm sorry.
If your life is a movie, then your life is a video.
That's deep, huh?
Mm-hmm.
That's like some common lines over there. So, these teenagers were found dead, and that really pissed off Netanyahu. The Israeli PM.
I heard nobody likes him.
He promised that Gaza-based Hamas will pay. There were 350 arrests while they were looking for these guys. They arrested 350 people.
Meanwhile, how many people died in Chirac last week? Oh,
that's true. Hamas is the government over there.
Did we ever find our girls? Did we ever get our girls back?
No.
How come the media just stops reporting on that? Because Anne Hathaway's not running around anymore? Because I'm not running around with dick pics?
ISIS happened.
ISIS happened?
And so that took away a lot of the Boko Haram steam.
Yeah. Aren't we still looking for them? Aren't we still actively... it's 200. I heard last I heard, Nigerian government says, we know where the girls are, but we're not going to use force to go get them.
Yeah, they didn't want any unnecessary casualties.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They said, and I heard for the Malaysian thing, they go, we know exactly where the plane is, but we're just kind of too lazy to go drive all the way over there.
Drive on the water in their new water vehicles.
Yep.
Yeah. So it's very sad. There was bombings in Palestine over this. Israel shot a bunch of missiles over into the West Bank, and apparently a Palestinian kid was kidnapped and burnt to death. So that really made a lot of those people happy over there.
Boy, those Palestinians are really going to be upset now. Now, I thought this didn't make hardly any news at all. A couple weeks ago, the Pope came out with some pretty controversial pro-Palestine comments. Caller, you're on the air.
Caller, you are on the air.
I'll tell you where all those missing girls are.
Oh, God.
They're on a camping trip.
All right.
Are they eating s'mores, do you think? You ever had a s'more before, Jer?
I'm just thinking about those poor girls.
Yeah.
They're never going to get to...
go camping.
They'll never get to go camping again.
Yep. So is the show over yet?
Are you out of steam? I think it's about time, yeah?
Yeah, sure, man. But before we go, have y'all heard of the new craze, the new dance that's going on called wubbing?
This is perfect. We have no Dallas YouTube to end on. Let's end with this.
Okay, yeah.
Wubbing. I've never heard of it. Wubbing.
Oh, hey, this is exclusive right here.
Yeah, give me that.
Okay.
Do a lot of core work, No core, no wub.
Yeah.
What's
Wub
that? Oh. Candles.
Damn.
It takes a lot of like endurance. It takes a lot of conditioning. Really an athletic sport.
Oh, it is. I think I saw these guys on Shark Tank.
Right.
What's that?
We got laughed at a couple times, but
when people start breakdancing, they got laughed at.
Right.
Yeah.
This is true.
What you see here is a group of innovators. You know what I mean?
Yo, show them McDonald's. Boom.
Yeah, we love to see you smile.
What do you call it?
Stir the mayonnaise.
Oh.
Extra sauce. That's all.
This is called the wishbone.
Legs.
If they get a chance to go to Europe, my gosh. I want to do whatever I can do, you know, to push them forward.
When we street perform in Santa Monica, we...
That is probably single-handedly the funniest thing I've seen in the last couple of years. I mean, as far as the point, you know, the joke they're trying to make, I don't think I've seen anybody be that funny.
They're serious, actually.
Were they on the Active Shot Talent?
Yeah.
That's like best of show, best in show. They're serious.
I promise you, this is like serious.
Those are good moves, though. You think it's ridiculous, but those are some good moves.
Would Howard X him out immediately?
He would.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
Because he has a small penis, he's jealous.
Are you gonna wub on your way out of here?
Wub, wub, wub.
Let me see you wub it.
Sports, the politics, and lunatics thinking they can run for president. Reality stars thinking they're heaven sent. Irrelevant. Mind control.